Why the hell am I like, why? There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, welcome. Friday Phil, another Friday. Yeehaw. Let me just, 1 second. Let me do the Instagram thing really quick because I was literally in the middle of doing this. So just 1 sec, folks. 1 sec. Okay. There we go. Perfection. Okay. And posted. All right. Hey, welcome. Let's crack open a cold one. Hang out with the boys and girls and everyone else who does not identify as either of those genders. No, I'm not a bigot. I try not to be anyway. Because being bigoted is fucking stupid. You know what I mean? No, I'm not wearing my headphones. It's just the fucking... No, I'll maybe wear those on the vodka stream when I can actually hear what other people are saying. But here, no, I'm fine. Welcome to Friday, Phil. You all know what we're here for. Me, obviously. Yes, haircut, fresh fade. You guys can't see it, but I've got gray in the hair. I feel like fucking Neo from just getting out of the Matrix. I feel like Reed Richards, who just got into a buzz cut with a evil villain with lawnmower rooted superpowers or something. I don't know. Welcome one and all to another lovely edition of Friday Phil. If you saw the thumbnail, you saw that I'm kind of doing things differently as opposed to the thing that's behind me. That's my usual thumbnail thing that I use for like 30 episodes, but I'm trying to change some things up and try different things. But if you saw the thumbnail, you know we're going to talk about some casting. You know we're going to talk about some directing. You know we've got some other things on the docket, like a certain ranking. You've also probably maybe guessed that I may or may not have seen the Peacemaker Season 2 trailer. Yeah, we'll talk about it, I'm sure. There's a new image of Superman floating around exclusively from Screen Rant. But the person who wrote that article can eat a bag of shit. But still, that was a pretty nice get for Screen Rant nonetheless. But the writer who wrote that, again, can eat a bag of shit. Let's kick things off with something kind of unexpected. So I saw this today with like no expectations whatsoever. Draven, if you're out there, thanks for watching. But he's got some kind of group chat thing in Instagram. And he shared this. This is some breaking news, I suppose, right? That's what the kids call it. What the fuck is this? Like what in the actual fucking fuck is this title? Godzilla, Kong, Supernova. What? Like what in the fucking fuck is this shit? Okay, Godzilla vs. Kong. Okay, that was straight to the point. Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire. Okay, that was a movie that was made. Godzilla x Kong, Supernova. What the fuck is this? Dragon Ball Z? Dragon Ball Super? Like, what are we doing here? Who the fuck came up with the title for this fucking movie? Listen, I like Godzilla. I love Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Kong Skull Island is probably the best movie in the franchise, the best made movie. But once they got to Godzilla versus Kong, it has just been a quality dip after quality dip, and I am not looking forward to this movie at all. And then they throw this shit out here, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? What the... Supernova? I'm done. I like kaijus. I like big kaiju movies. That is one of the dumbest fucking titles I have ever fucking seen. Oh my god. I don't doubt there's probably going to be some like... There's probably going to be maybe a Space Godzilla. if they do Gigan, I'll forgive the stupid name. If Gigan is the big giant monster in this movie that they have to face, all is forgiven possibly. But as far as I stand right now, that is a fucking dumb title. That is stupid. That is a really fucking stupid title. Oh my god. I don't know what's worse. That title or the low-hanging fruit in the season 2 trailer of Peacemaker. Hey, Donovan, I love the Peacemaker trailer so much. Good for you, man. I'm so glad you loved it. I did not. There were things in it I liked, but overall it was just more of the same jingoistic bullshit I'm just not a fan of. Anyway, Donovan, I see your whole wall, man, and I read through it before I even started coming in. We will address things in it. I will tell you that much. Let me just address this one right here. Resident Justice is saying that the Superman trailer is most likely next week officially, and he even got some cooperation from RPK, who is 99% right when it comes to trailers. So on that aspect, I trust him. Other scoopers, I don't. Well, first of all, I'm not going to consider RJ a scooper because he's not that, not in the slightest. I've talked to RJ a couple different times. He's not that. RPK is... Listen, man, you can put stock into whoever you want. That's totally fine. Everyone's already kind of assuming that a Superman trailer is on the way. Probably going to be in front of Mission Impossible. Maybe Lilo and Stitch, considering those two movies come out the same day. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But at the same time, it's like... Daniel RPK puts all of his shit behind a fucking paywall. That is the most attention-grabby way of being like, pay attention to me, please! Give me your money and pay attention to my lies! So, fuck that guy. As far as RJ is concerned, he's fine, but I wouldn't call him a scooper or anything, and I don't think you are, but it's just like... I don't know. I don't like the scoop game at all. We already got enough bullshit from Dumberto Gonzalez earlier this week regarding Clayface, and not one other trade ran with it. So there's that. Yeah, like, you know, hey, put stock in whoever you want to put stock into, my friend. No judgment. I just personally don't. I don't give those guys any fucking time of day, and I don't want to. Dalton, my man, happy Friday to you, my friend. Hope you're having a great day. Taladia, thank you for tuning in, my friend. Hope you're having a great day as well. All right, Omega Swiper coming in with Arcade Fire is great. Give new album a listen. I have no idea who Arcade Fire is, but I'm glad you are here. I think this woman is either MJ or Miles Morales' mom. I think I know who you're referring to. Keyblade Jeffrey, what's up, man? You know, I'm curious if the change from DCEU won't happen until the end of Peacemaker Season 2. Sergeant Rick Flag that we see is the one from the DCEU. Thoughts I don't. Listen, if they were willing to show this footage, I guarantee you it was not from the end of the season. This is probably likely within the first 2 to 3 episodes. What they showed in that teaser trailer is more than likely, probably, definitely in the first 3 episodes. If I were a betting man, most definitely. But that's just my humble opinion on the situation. I can't really say one way or the other because, again, I am not an insider of any kind or anything like that. So, yeah. I as far as like the whole changeover thing, it looks like it's dimension based. Like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, James Gunn, he's a comic book guy, and that's totally fine. It's great and all. But if I'm being brutally honest, I don't really care. Like, I could give a rat's ass about Peacemaker Season 2 if I'm being brutally fucking honest. Outside of everything going on with Rick Flag Sr., again, I just do not give a flying rat's ass about Peacemaker at all. Like, and you know what? Since we're already on the topic, let's just go ahead and just stay on topic with it, shall we? I I just, man, I saw this trailer earlier today and I was like, all right, that's cool. That's nice, I suppose. I listen, if you're a fan of Peacemaker, I won't fault you at all. Not in the absolute slightest. It is just not my bag. Like, at all. I think the first season is well written. It's well executed. And I say it's well written in respect to every other HBO Max or DC series that was going on at the time. So like, you know, comparatively to like Titans or Doom Patrol, like I think it's as well written as Doom Patrol is, but I would also say that like the overall character of Peacemaker just doesn't do it for me at all. Like I just do not give a fuck about that character. And I saw this trailer earlier today on my lunch and I was just like, oh, okay. So it's just more of the same nonsensical bullshit. Got it. If you like that character, if you think he's funny, fucking more power to you. Okay. I know less than nothing about Peacemaker from outside of the fact he was originally a Charlatan comic character and then they fucking folded that into DC and now he's like a fucking, you know, he's a jokey character because that's what James Gunn does. He takes no-name characters and turns them into bumbling idiots. Case in point, Adam Warlock and Vigilante. If there's really one thing I definitely don't like about the Peacemaker show, it's my boy Vigilante. I am a huge fan of Adrian Chase. I own the whole collected trade paperback of Marv Wolfman's Vigilante book. And I will just say that I was very disappointed with the depiction of Vigilante in this series because it is nothing like how Vigilante normally operates. But that is a conversation for another day. Daryl, happy Friday, man. Saw Thunderbolts last week and great movie. Don't really care. Some people had a problem with the third act. Movie was fine and credits had me clapping. Dude, we will talk about that. I'm sure. I don't know why people are complaining about the third act, but this is news to me. But yeah, glad you liked it. I liked it. We will be doing an MCU ranking towards the end of the show for Phase 5, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Bigots are idiots. Well, unfortunately, I am an idiot, but I'm also avidly trying not to be a bigot, which is why I include everyone in this space. Gay, lesbian, bi, you name it. Trans, people are welcome here. People are people, okay? People are fucking people. If you're racist, you're an asshole. If you hate trans people, you're an asshole. If you fucking hate Jewish people, you're an asshole. If you like Donald Trump, you're probably an asshole. Get my vibe? Like, I am a fucking people person. People are welcome to come and talk shit to me, and I can talk shit to them, but we can never take it personally. And by talk shit, I mean funny banter talk shit, not this real world fuck you for existing bullshit. No, fuck that. Not here, not on this show. We do not accept and tolerate bigotry here. Fuck no. I may be an idiot, but I am not a bigoted idiot. There we go. Anyway, Dalton, thank you. I always appreciate you being in my chat. Phil with glasses, hot stuff. I know, right? Don't I just look fucking, don't I just look great? Thank you, Lance. Glad to see you here, man. Glad to see you here. Omega, buddy. Shea Wiggum for Batman. I'm telling you, my guy, just please. No. No. I'm sorry, man, but no. No. I respect your opinions on Peacemaker. I'm giving the show a chance. Listen, I don't like the fucking character, okay? I respect anyone who loves the show. You are more than welcome to love that show. We can disagree on this show, and that's totally fine. Hell, I am probably going to watch this fucking show because I like Rick Flag Sr. It's literally one of the only few reasons why I'm going to watch this motherfucking show, okay? But man, between the whole... There's one joke I laughed at. One joke. When Economos tells Waller's daughter, I forget her fucking name, but when he goes, you are literally living in the worst Grand Theft Auto level, that was the only time I fucking laughed. Okay? Every other joke did not land. The whole therapist telling fucking what's her name? Fucking Harcourt. I believe you suffer from toxic masculinity. What? Fucking what? Do you see the person in front of you? Like, what in the fuck? I heard that and I was just like, what? Like, her reaction was warranted. It's just like, who the fuck wrote this? Okay, I know who the fuck wrote this. It's not funny, okay? It's not that funny. You think it's funny, it's not. The fact of the matter is just like, there's just some shit in this show that I'm just like, man, why? Okay? And even the beginning, okay, let's talk about the beginning. Oh, wow, we've got Guy Gardner, we've got Hawk Girl, we've got fucking Maxwell Lord. Please, someone tell me why. Please, tell me why. The first time we see Maxwell Lord in this DCEU is in a fucking trailer for Peacemaker. Why? They couldn't save him for the fucking movie he's about to be in? Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, come on! What the fuck is going on here? Holy shit! I just, fuck, man. I just think about shit like this and I'm like, man, I'm just fucking... don't fucking care, man. I want to see these characters in the movie before I see them in a fucking trailer for a TV show. Maybe that's a me thing, and I'll own it. Maybe that absolutely is a fucking me thing. But damn it. I mean, hey, okay, listen. Guy Gardner, he's acting like Guy Gardner. Great. Fucking hot girl wanting popcorn. Thumbs up. Why the fuck does Maxwell Lord look like he owns a fucking used car lot? What the fuck is going on there? What the fuck? Just what in the absolute fucking shit is it? Yes, William, I did cut my hair. Thank you for noticing. You were literally like one of the first few people to notice. But yes, I cut my hair. Green Lantern is really boring. That's such a blanket statement, Omega Swiper. Like, you're going to have to clarify, like, which Green Lantern do you find boring, okay? Because there are, like, 7. And they're all pretty fucking interesting if you read a comic book. And I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying, man, like, maybe read some more Green Lantern comics. Just a thought. Season 2 trailer looked fun. I'm more interested in seeing what's up with Superman. And that's fair. Listen, if someone put a fucking gun to my head, like Peacemaker put a gun to Peacemaker's head, and you had to ask me, which project am I looking forward to more? Honestly, I'm probably going to tell you Superman. And even that hurts. Ugh. Aye. You care and I love rat ass. Rat ass? What the fuck is rat ass? I have no idea who the fuck rat ass is. Rat ass is a character from fucking Letterkenny, but is there a rat ass in Peacemaker that I don't know about? Like, come on, Lance, you got to give me more context than that, bud. Third act of Thunderbolts, one of the best MCU has done ever. Amen to that, William. Amen to that. Stick around. We'll be doing a MCU Phase 5 ranking for show. Most definitely. Love the character of Peacemaker, and I also love how they're building the world. You mean worlds? Worlds, right? Worlds, because there's some interdimensional pocket dimension shit going on by the looks of it. It was hilarious. Donovan said it. Like, humor is it works for him. It doesn't work for everyone, okay? Humor is 100% subjective. I like subtle humor. Like the humor in fucking Thunderbolts, that landed for me. Everything here? No. Like, why the fuck are Freddie Stroma and John Cena in their whitey tighties? People think that's funny? Okay, more power to you. You think that's funny. Good for you. The three of them didn't blow me away. Right. I'm sorry that I said what I said, mate. I'd rather be honest than lie to you as you're one of my best. Dude, don't fucking apologize, man. It's all good. I'm not I ain't gonna judge anybody for watching something and disagreeing with me on it. Hell no. 15 years ago, maybe, but not now. No, I'm not that kind of asshole. Watch what you want to watch, man. If you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. I'm not gonna fucking tell you one way or the other. I'm just saying, like, the fucking trailer didn't really do all that much for me. I knew what I was getting into. I know what this is. I know who fucking worked on it. I know what to expect. And when I got what I expected, I was not surprised. Again, the only joke I laughed at was the Grand Theft Auto one. That very well could even be because of recency bias due to the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 just had a kick-ass trailer show. Okay? Okay. But seriously, like, if you're looking forward to Peacemaker Season 2, more power to you. Seriously. You said you couldn't give a rat's ass. Oh, okay. I guess I did say that, didn't I? Yeah, I couldn't give a rat's ass about the character. I mean, if I'm being brutally honest, like, of my roster and ranking of DC characters, Peacemaker's like fucking down below, bud. He is on the low. He is just down there. John Cena's version specifically. And that's nothing against the man as an actor, okay? The homeboy just knows how to play a humble idiot. He knows how to play a bumbling idiot. And he knows how to shoot a firearm. That's this version of Peacemaker in a fucking nutshell. He is a humble, bumbling idiot, and Rick Flag is coming for his head for killing his fucking kid. That's literally the only exciting thing that I found in this trailer and what will be in this season. Personally. Cannot speak for anyone else, but that is just where I am coming from. Let's see. I saw Snyder Cult is freaking out over the Peacemaker Season 2 trailer on Twitter. Another breaking news. Water is wet. What will the Snyder cultists not freak out about? Matter of fact, I'm going to share with you guys something Lance shared with me. Because this is all sorts of fucking disgusting. Oh my God. Look at this shit. Listen. Okay, if you want to advocate, bring back Henry Cavill, Snyder Cut, Justice League 2, 3, Suicide Squad, Ben Affleck's fucking Batman movie, Wonder Woman 3, like whatever. More than welcome to fucking do your hashtags, do your campaigns, what the fuck ever. You know, just don't be assholes about it. Don't be a fucking douchebag about it. But this comment right here, no Snyderverse, no peace. We must capture, torture, and kill every WB who prevented the Snyderverse from happening. Flay their skin and display it on Hollywood. We must R4P3 and sell the women and children at DC so our message will be heard. Fucking what? What is this? What the fuck is this shit? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Over fucking cape shit movies. Cape shit movies. People are fucking delusional. Like, Zack Snyder would not condone that. Like, where the fuck do you get off saying some stupid shit like that, dude? Like, what in the actual fuck? Like, dude, just... What the fuck, man? These cultists seem to live rent-free in your head. So, fuck. William stirring the pot in the chat, my friend. Look at you. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, my God. But seriously, man, like, some of these cultists are just fucking wild. Some of the shit they say is just fucking out of pocket. When Lance sent that, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, my God. Like, anyone who says that and advocates for the Snyderverse, I genuinely wonder, like, do you take a moment to actually think, hey, I wonder if Zack Snyder is going to actually take me seriously if I say this bumbling, idiotic shit? Yeah, he might. No, he fucking won't. He would not condone any of that. Are you fucking serious? Like, what the fuck? Like, listen, you want to do all that? More power to you, but fucking...
I'm like, that's cool, but you're living in a fucking dream world, okay? So...
If you think saying shit like that is going to get the Snyderverse restored, you are fucking delusional. Oh my God. Just fucking delulu. Ugh. Anyway. These people definitely live in their mom's basement. These people need help. Yes, they do. Jeffrey, Dalton, I agree. William, I am fucking so glad that you just have the stones and fortitude to just scroll past that shit and not engage. Granted, we should all take a page out of that book. I don't disagree. But at the same time, if you actually like, and I'm not saying you do or don't or have to, but if by hapstance you happen to stop and read some of the vile shit these people say, it's either going to fucking make you laugh because it's pathetic, or it's going to make you cringe because it's just fucking outlandish. And I've even seen some people say some doofy shit like that when it comes to James Gunn's DC. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got fucking nothing for people like that. At all. Like, at fucking all. At all. No, thank you. No, thank you. Anyway. Okay, I think I've spent enough time talking about Peacemaker Season 2. That was, again, like, cool if you're looking forward to it. I'm really not. Probably still going to watch it for the show, obviously, but I knew what I expected. I wasn't expecting much, personally, and I was not surprised. Anyway, let's move on over to the other side of the fence. That would be Marvel Studios. And we're going to talk about some castings here in a minute, because there's some very interesting casting that has happened in the last 24 hours. And that is Liza Colón-Zayas joins Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, I am going to share this from a Deadline article. I don't know how many of you guys are fans of Deadline. What's up, Ronan? I see you in the chat, man. The Bears. Liza Colón-Zayas joins, and I'm probably mispronouncing that. If I do, I apologize. Joins Spider-Man Brand New Day. Exclusive! Liza Colón-Zayas, a fan favorite of FX's The Bear, has closed a deal to join Spider-Man Brand New Day, the fourth installment in the Spidey saga from Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios, Deadline has learned. Reps for Sony and Marvel have declined to comment, but details say the role remains stuck in the spider web, i.e. no one knows who she's playing. Ooh. The fan favorite rumor floating around right now is that she is playing Rio Morales, a.k.a. Miles Morales' mother. We'll see what happens. The Emmy winner joins an ensemble led by Tom Holland, who plays Peter Parker, and his superheroic alter ego, Spider-Man. And Stranger Things star Sadie Sink, who's also on board in another mystery role. Cough, cough, jackpot, maybe. Cough, cough. Zendaya and Jacob Batalon, who play his friends MJ and Ned, are expected to return. Destin Daniel Cretton will direct. Amy Pascal's producing alongside Marvel president Kevin Feige. Production is supposed to kick off later this year. Pick is scheduled to swing in theaters July 31st, 2026. Brand New Day will be the first live-action Spider-Man since No Way Home, a box office phenomenon. It grossed over $1.9 billion upon its release in December of 2021. Plot details remain under wraps, though No Way Home found Peter at a turning point, making the ultimate sacrifice to save the multiverse from chaos. He's able to seal a rift by asking Doctor Strange to cast a spell that makes everyone forget who he is and winds up completely alone in the process. So, what does all this mean? Who is Liza Colón-Zayas playing? Well, I like the idea of Rio Morales. I really do like that. I think listen, Aaron Davis appeared in Spider-Man Homecoming when Peter was 15 years old. That was in 2017. We're almost 8 years past that, on top of a 5-year time jump within the MCU itself. So you have to factor in 2 years from that, and then another 5 years after that. 7, 8 years. Miles is probably a teenager by this point. He probably is a teenager. Listen, if Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, if Donald Glover gets cast in this fucking movie, oh guys, I would bank donuts to dollars they are setting up Miles Morales. And I'll take it a step further. If, and by big if Liza Colón-Zayas is playing Rio Morales, and they are indeed setting the stage for Miles Morales. We very well could see a Spider-Man movie in the vein of Spider-Man 2, the Insomniac video game, where we have Peter mentoring Miles, and they both operate as Spider-Man somewhere down the line. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's pretty fitting. Peter Parker literally spent 3 movies being mentored by different people in the MCU. First it was Iron Man, then it was Nick Fury, kinda. Then it was the other 2 Spider-Men. He is now a grown-ass adult. He is on his own. He is alone. He has no friends. He has nothing. But also, it's important to remember, Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out a mere 2 months after Avengers Doomsday. Everything pertaining to these 2 movies is super important because the events of Doomsday could lead directly into... God, I'm drinking too much soda. Could lead directly into the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Or we have a situation where we got Infinity War in April of 2018, and then in July, we got Ant-Man and the Wasp. What happened in that movie? Ant-Man and the Wasp literally lines up with the Infinity War snap. There is a chance, there is an absolute chance that Spider-Man Brand New Day ends and lines up with the ending of Avengers Doomsday. And then they both promptly go into Secret Wars. It's literally got to be one of those 2 scenarios. I don't fucking know. And frankly, I'm fine with not knowing. I'll be fine. I also doubt you will see any live-action Miles Morales until they conclude the Spider-Verse trilogy. Listen, they don't have to include Miles in this movie, but if his mother's in the movie, that's a step into introducing him. And Amy Pascal may have said, like, yeah, we're not going to worry about him until after his trilogy. Well, guess what? His trilogy ends the next year. So maybe he's not in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But like I said, there is a hot chance, a very hot chance that if Liza Colón-Zayas is in fact Rio Morales, there is a chance that we could see a future Spider-Man movie where Peter mentors Miles. Because that game cost a lot of money to make and they barely broke even on it, sure, for sure. But that story was fucking great. Okay? I would love to see Peter mentoring Miles in the MCU. That's on my MCU bucket list, has been for a while. But yeah, I'm a Spider-Man fan by trade, okay? I will watch Spider-Man whatever, whenever, however. Like, I don't fucking care. I will watch Spider-Man anytime, anywhere, any place. Thank you, Rhea. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great day. Yes, listen to Rhea. Smash that like button. Really appreciate it. But seriously, if she's not playing Rio, she's probably playing someone pertinent to Feast. Maybe. I don't know. But maybe she's playing... God forbid, this is the other one rolling around. Maybe she's playing a version of Madam Web. Which I don't see happening at all. It'd be funny as hell if they did it. But I don't see it happening. Because Sony put a lot of characters in timeout with their solo movies. Peter mentors Miles at a much later point in his life and career. Okay. William, I hear you, but dude, hear me out, okay? Everything does not have to strictly follow the continuity of the comic books. Because the Spider-Man crossover that Brian Bendis did, Peter was older, but he wasn't Peter B. Parker older like in the Into the Spider-Verse film. He was a bit younger. And Peter in the video game is absolutely not that old. So I could see a situation where we have like a 24, 25-ish year old Peter Parker, which he is, I'm assuming by the time we get to Brand New Day, mentor a 13, 14, 15-year-old Miles Morales. This is not out of the realm of possibility, my friend. It's just a matter of whether or not Sony and Marvel actually want to play that ball. Will they, won't they? I don't know. I don't even try and fucking figure out what the fuck Sony's going to do. They're only probably going to focus on Spider-Man for the foreseeable future as it is anyway. No more Madam Web, please. No more Madam Web, please. No. Oh, that's funny. That's too funny, Dalton. That's way too funny. Okay. If I'm Sony, I pass. No less money and waiting for the right time. I mean, look, man. I hear you, but at the same time, Sony Pictures is known to make some... They have a way of making decisions, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they are not. Whether you think this is a good decision, I guess that boils down to perspective, I suppose. But frankly, with every other character getting a legacy person passing the torch, it wouldn't shock me in the fucking slightest if Miles Morales came sooner rather than later. Would not at all be surprised. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if they had the stones to kill Tom Holland's Peter Parker. I would not be fucking surprised at all if they did that. Real question is will Tom Holland make an appearance in Beyond the Spider-Verse? I think it'd be kind of cool. Will it actually happen? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I can't believe they skipped graduation and prom. Dude, literally everybody forgot who Peter was. He has to take a GED. There's no fucking way that he would even be allowed to go to graduation or prom. So, I don't know, man. Like, I don't feel like that's a possibility at all. They are casting me as Blob. Chainsaw, I love you, but that you are not that big, my friend. Come on, give yourself some more credit. Unrelated, but if they can cast Russell Crowe's various different CBM characters over the last 10 years, I want to see Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat. I agree. I think Sydney Sweeney would make an excellent Black Cat. Not for the various obvious reasons, but just because she's a great actress. 100%. She deserves another shot. I mean, hell, fucking Isabella Merced. She went from playing a Spider-Woman, now she's Hot Girl. Russell Crowe was Jor-El, Zeus, and Kravinoff Sr. Like, come on. We can do this. This ain't hard. This ain't hard at all. Not at all. Anyway, I'm down for this casting. I like Liza Colón-Zayas. I think, and again, if I am fucking butchering that, someone let me know, please, because I do not want to sound like an asshole, even though I typically sound like an ignorant asshole half the time anyway. But I am down for this casting. She's a great actress. She's fucking hilarious in The Bear. So if she's in this, great get. Good job, Marvel. Good job, Sony. You did something right. All right. You know what? You know what else Marvel is doing right? This is a fucking big one right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jake Schreier in talks to helm the X-Men film for Marvel fucking Studios. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sound the alarm. X-Men movie at Marvel Studios circling Thunderbolts * director Jake Schreier to assemble new team. Following the successful launch of Thunderbolts, director Jake Schreier might already have his sights set on the next big Marvel Studios project, as sources tell Deadline he is in early talks to direct the studio's new X-Men movie. Fucking what? What? What?
This is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome.
This is fucking awesome. If you haven't seen Thunderbolts, I highly recommend going to see Thunderbolts because goddamn, this movie is amazing. And it is proof in the pudding why Jake Schreier, of all people, would be an excellent choice, pun intended, to direct X-Men for Marvel Studios. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's continue this article, but I'm not going to share it because I'm just going to fucking read it, okay? It is unknown when things stand in the deal-making process, but insiders say that following a meeting this past week, Schreier looks to be the top choice to take on one of the studio's most anticipated projects. Michael Leslie penned the script with Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige, president, producing. He's the president of Marvel Studios. I fucking butchered that. Anyway. The studio has been taking its time finding the right person to take over directing duties and has made it clear it doesn't want to rush the process, similar to how it handled pitches from potential writing candidates last year. After months of meetings, momentum started to favor Schreier when early reactions to Thunderbolts began to trickle out about a return to form for Marvel Studios. See, I'm actually really tired of that phrase. The film opened with an impressive 162 million global take, as well as some of the best reviews in years for Marvel. Marvel and Schreier had an incredible experience working together on Thunderbolts, the film that has since won over critics and fans, becoming Marvel's best reviewed film since Spider-Man No Way Home. While the recent meeting sealed the deal, Marvel executives were well aware how much Schreier loved the X-Men comics, an early sign he would ultimately get one of those meetings to pitch his vision of what a new X-Men movie would look like. Even before the reactions began to come about how impressive Thunderbolts was, studios already were trying to get in the business with the director, but sources say in recent days he has begun turning down projects as all signs point to... Why the fuck does it keep fucking scrolling? All signs pointing to him landing one of the coveted directing openings in town. Hardly a surprise that Marvel would want to stay in-house for the film, given how often it likes to reward directors with big assignments following the success of previous jobs. The Russo brothers with Infinity War and Endgame following Captain America and those sequels. Matt Shackman with Fantastic Four: The First Steps following the launch of WandaVision. And then, of course, Destin Daniel Cretton nabbing Spider-Man after Shang-Chi. This news also comes from the following massive movie success, Marvel Animated Series 97, X-Men 97, which not only was a big rating hit on Disney+, but also earned some of the best reviews for any Marvel property in years. Following the studio's recent season finale, it is clear the property still is highly valuable to the studio. Marvel also got a taste of X-Men success when Deadpool and Wolverine became the biggest live-action film of 2024, grossing more than $1 billion at the global box office. Jake Schreier is rep by CAA and Untitled Entertainment. Okay. So, I think this is excellent. I think this is a fucking great nab. If he takes the job, I promise you, this movie will be one of the first ones out the gate post Secret Wars. Because there ain't no way. Look, they're going to take their time making this, obviously. And if Jake Schreier does handle it, he's probably going to take someone else and take a pass over on the script. I don't know. That's usually kind of how these things pan out. We'll see. But ultimately, I think Jake Schreier is an excellent choice for Marvel Studios X-Men, which I highly believe and hope that they will call it the Uncanny X-Men. One can hope. Definitely. But it would be epic as fuck if the guy who directed Thunderbolts, a team of misfit, nobody, no-name anti-heroes, some of whom you know, some of whom you're like, that one character from that one movie or TV show? What the fuck? Yeah. That guy who made that movie about them characters? The New Avengers? Yeah. If dude can make a badass movie like that, hand him X-Men. Give him all the X-Men cards. Let him and Ryan Reynolds have a pitch meeting and be like, okay, I'm going to do this with the X-Men. You can do this with the X-Force. Have that synergy. Fucking do that, dude. Like, I want to see this to the finish line. If Jake Schreier takes on the reins of X-Men, I will jump for joy through my fucking roof, Sentry style. And I will not turn into the void. Speaking of Jakes, my favorite Jake is in my chat. Joypad Jake. Another example is John Watts originally being given the directing duty of Fantastic Four after his success with the Spider-Man movies. I would actually like to see John Watts come back and do something else that isn't the Fantastic Four. Because Marvel did not like working with him. So, there we go. I hope Young Avengers works. That's still not been confirmed. I don't know why scoopers act like this is a thing that's happening. And that's the thing. Like, they throw that word out there. They throw that name out there. Young Avengers, Young Avengers, Young Avengers. Yes, the characters are present. Yes, Iman Vellani is fucking Miss Marvel. appeared at the end of the Marvels to recruit Kate Bishop for a team. We still don't know if it's called Young Avengers or Champions because Marvel hasn't dated anything. They haven't given a fucking writer. They haven't made a name. They haven't given a date. They haven't nothing. There's been almost nothing conclusive for this project actually fucking happening. They are setting seeds. They are not saying anything is definitively happening. That has been the case for a lot of Phase 4 and Phase 5 stuff. Seriously. Anyway. Just because we have a number of characters that could form the Young Avengers doesn't 100% guarantee it's going to happen. Right. We still don't even have a Tommy Maximoff. Hello? We got a Billy. We got a Billy in Agatha All Along. We still don't have fucking Tommy, even though Tommy was alluded to at the end of Agatha All Along. But there's still no Tommy. We got Wiccan. We don't have Speed. We got Wiccan. We don't got Speed. We got a Wiccan. We don't got a Speed. We need both Wiccan and Speed for this shit to work. And a Hulkling, damn it. I would say Iron Lad, but considering that's a fucking Nathaniel Richards variant and that's a King the Conqueror variant, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Anyway. No, we do have Eli Bradley. He was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. So in the MCU canon, are you all addressing Thunderbolts as that Avengers or New Avengers? New Avengers. New Avengers. They are the New Avengers. Because apparently at the end of the movie, there's a copyright battle going on. Even so much so, apparently the Avengers Twitter handle got a copyright thing next to it, which I was like, oh, that's cute. Jake, we all know why you forgot about that. We know full well why you forgot about that. Don't know if you've seen this, but certain people are now reporting that Matt Reeves has exited Batman 2. That moron Jody's Corner reporting on it right now. You know, someone did share something with me about a certain someone saying some shit like that. And I got a new clip for you guys because you'll know exactly who the fuck I'm talking about. So, yeah, there's been some scuttle about Matt Reeves potentially exiting Batman Part 2 from a certain someone. And that certain someone is...
You dirty rat.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, someone sent me that. And I laughed. I laughed. Because he fucking cited Production Weekly. It's like, yeah, let's go ahead and cite the most unreliable production source on the fucking planet, you idiot. Because that's what that rat is. He is a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. And I don't know why people continue to put stock in that fucking idiot. Hell, apparently the guy had the gall to say, oh, I know who the rest of the cast is for Avengers Doomsday. The fuck you do, Jeff, because you're not sitting there in England making the fucking movie. Yeah, that one. Biggie Cheese. That goofy-ass motherfucker. Anyway, all right. Jake Schreier, X-Men. Who do I want to see? Well, fuck. That's a loaded question. Gambit. I want to see a Gambit. I need my Remy LeBeau. Here the Gambit. I need my Gambit. I need the Gambit. I need the Gambit on the X-Men. That's what I need. I need Gambit on the X-Men with a Rogue. I need Gambit and Rogue. Nightcrawler. I need Nightcrawler. I need a Nightcrawler. I need Nightcrawler with twin swords. I need that. I absolutely need that. Professor X, obviously. We got to have a Charles Xavier. I would love to see Daphne Keane as Wolverine. Love to see that. Who else would I like to see? Angel. I think Angel would be a fun one. Like let's kind of do a mix of old and new. The original team, new team. Cyclops and Jean Grey and Storm. Yes, Dalton, you're right. Thank you. Storm. I need Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Storm. That's who I need. Oh, excuse me. I need all of them. Iceman and Colossus can wait. And the only reason I say that is because Iceman had 3 movies plus Days of Future Past. Colossus had 2 movies plus Days of Future Past, as well as 3 different Deadpool movies where he was played by a completely different actor. Keep Colossus, save him. I will only take Colossus if I get Magic 2. That's it. Who for the villain? Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister, or hell, I wouldn't even be mad if they literally went down a similar route as X-Men 97 and did a version of Bastion. Bastion, however the fuck you say that guy's name. I wouldn't even care. But ultimately, like, my big want is Mr. Sinister. That's who I want. Like, hold off on Magneto. You don't even have to, like, have Magneto in the movie. Just have him, just have Charles mention Eric. That's all you need to do. It's not even like you don't need Magneto in an X-Men movie. Seriously. And I know that's probably sacrilege for some people to say, or even here, but seriously, like, all Professor X has to do is just mention Eric Lencher's name. That's it. We can get to Magneto somewhere down the line. But I would like to also hold off on fucking Apocalypse, Phoenix Force, basically anything Fox already touched, I feel like is a non-starter for Marvel Studios, which kind of puts them in a bit of a difficult position because Fox Marvel touched on a lot of different shit. But with Jake Schreier behind the helm, fuck, man, I don't know. Anything's possible. I say anything's fucking possible with Jake Schreier behind the helm. But if it is Mr. Sinister, I would fucking jump for joy. I would absolutely jump for joy. You know what I really want? I want like a tried and true, like, time travel story. Not like Days of Future Past, but seriously, just like a full-fledged fucking time travel story with the X-Men. That's what I want. That would be cool. Like, just have Cable pop up from the future and be like, yo, I'm from the far, far fucking future. Shit is real fucked up. Like, I want that. I don't need Days of Future Past Cable played by Josh Brolin, which is great, by the way. But I want, like, Cable. I want Nathan fucking Summers. That's what I want. But I'm a greedy fanboy. We're all greedy fanboys. They never touched the Shi'ar with Fox. I think they wanted to, but they couldn't because of shenanigans with Dark Phoenix and the rights and the merger and all that crap. So, I don't know. It'd be fun. God, no. Please, no. Not Miley Cyrus. Please, no. No. Look, it's already bad enough. I'm probably not going to get Anna Paquin back in either Doomsday or Secret Wars because she's currently battling some serious health issues. I'm already disappointed by that, okay? Like, I don't know who you get to play Rogue in the Uncanny X-Men reboot, but fuck, man. Anyone but Miley Cyrus, please. All right. I loved Thunderbolts so much that it prompted me to do a ranking of the MCU Phase 5 stuff. So, here's what we're going to do for the last bit of the show, everyone. I'm going to pull up the Marvel Phase 5 wiki right here. And we're going to go in order of release. Project to project. Does it even have like a timeline of when this shit released? Because I think it starts with a movie, TV show. Does it not? Am I wrong about that? I'm totally wrong about that. Oh, fuck. Damn you. What the fuck? See, this timeline doesn't even give me what I want. What the fucking fuck, man? All right, let's just go in fucking order of just releases for projects. So, anyway, we're gonna put that right here for reference. There we go. Okay, yeah, I know Ant-Man started it. Thank you. But here's the screen. Here we go. We're going to do an SABCD ranking of everything in Phase 5. Now, granted, apparently Ironheart falls into Phase 5 category. However, it's my understanding that Thunderbolts ends Phase 5. So if we're treating Ironheart like the epilogue, it can arguably be counted as like the beginning of Phase 6, even though we all know it's Fantastic Four first steps. But as of right now, Marvel Studios Phase 5 ranking. Who ready? All right, let's get it on. First up, Ant-Man Quantumania. Now, this was a movie that got made. And it was during the Chapek era, and it was, well, it wasn't that great. I think King Conqueror was great in it, but everything else surrounding that movie was sloppy at best. Oh my God. Jake, the only reason I'm including X-Men 97 is because while it is not technically on the MCU timeline, it was released per Marvel Studios and it is considered part of the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. That is why it's included. It may not be on the Sacred Timeline, but however, since Storm, a variant of Storm, voiced by the same actress, was in What If, it counts. Tough shit, man. Get over it. Anyway. Ant-Man Quantumania. Where am I ranking Ant-Man Quantumania? Well, I like Kang. I liked Kang. That's kind of it. Other than that, the movie was really lackluster. Kind of unforgettable. Really didn't do much. There were no stakes. It was very safe. Had a cool end credit sequence, but ultimately it just kind of came and went. I'm gonna probably put it in D. Right? Yeah, that seems pretty fair, I think. Next up is I believe X-Men 97, because that came out in March, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not doing I Am Groot. Fuck that. I didn't even watch that. Yes, X-Men 97 was released in March, if I am not mistaken. Open link in new tab. Let's see. 97 release March 20th, 2024. Okay, so literally a month after Ant-Man Quantumania. Well, what can I say? There was not a slow moment. Each episode gave you something to chew on, even if some were better than others. It was a blast getting back into this world. The Fatal Attractions fucking pull at the end of episode 9 was chef's kiss. Beautiful. Overall, I just really loved it. Obviously, Gambit. Remember it. Like that episode alone is enough to warrant X-Men 97 in the S tier. For sure. For sure. All right. I believe next up for that was... Oh, wait a minute. Ant-Man and the Wasp was 23. That was 24. Wow, I totally fucked up. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That's the next one on the list. Sorry, guys. But let's just get X-Men 97 out of the way right now, just because, okay? Okay, cool. Great. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I like this more than Volume 2. I think it is about even, if not a smidge better, than Volume 1. However, I waited 3 movies to get Adam Warlock. And that was not my Adam Warlock. That was a very unfortunate version of Adam Warlock. He unfortunately suffered from James Gunn's bumbling idiot syndrome. Overall, it was a great send-off for some of the Guardians. It was a nice beginning for some new Guardians, and it was an overall great experience, even though if it's on the lower tier of my overall MCU ranking. But as far as Phase 5 is concerned, minus the Adam Warlock fiasco, I think it's deserving of an A. Hello, King Darren. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. All right, let's see. Guardians of the Galaxy was in May of 23. I believe Secret Invasion was also 2023. Was it not? Right? Hold on. Should be season... Let's see. Yes, June 21st, 2023. Okay. Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion.
Who?
Who? Were you a fucking owl?
The lady you've been talking dirty to on telephone every day last week.
Who remembers Secret Invasion? Seriously, like who the fuck remembers Secret Invasion? Oh man, this was oof. Started off strong, but oof. That When Kevin Feige probably saw the end result and realized it was too late to fix anything, this is probably how he responded.
God damn it!
Wouldn't doubt it. And then, after that, the other showrunner who's not Kyle Bradstreet, who took over and has no idea what the fuck happened with Rhodey, this was probably what Kevin Feige told him.
I take it back. You're not in trouble. You're dead where you stand.
Look, Secret Invasion had a lot of promise, but those last 3 episodes, they didn't just drop the ball. They kicked the motherfucking ball over the fence into the road, got ran over by a goddamn tire truck. Secret Invasion was the biggest whiff Marvel Studios has ever produced on Disney Plus. Because we all know what movies are the biggest whiff, and they start and end with Taika Waititi. But Secret Invasion, this is just D for dud, without a shadow of a fucking doubt. Holy shit. Wow. Just what a fucking miss. What an absolute fucking miss. Hot damn. Just what a fucking miss. Okay. Next up. Loki. Season 2. I'm biased. I love Loki. Loki is in my top 5 of the MCU. I thought season 2 was just as good as season 1. I have nothing bad to say about Loki. I thought it ended fabulously with true glorious purpose. It starts and ends with glorious purpose. I think the performances are fantastic. I love Sylvie. I love Sophia De Martino. She's amazing. But dude, this is without question some of the best Marvel television ever. And I'm so excited to see Loki come back in Doomsday. It is right up there in S tier with X-Men 97. Without a fucking doubt. So good. So good. All right. Next up. I believe we have The Marvels. Oh boy. Whew. Man. Did this movie deserve better? It totally deserved better. I 100% believe this deserved better. I thought the film was fine, okay? I don't think there's anything really wrong with the film. I wish Nia DaCosta would have been allowed to make the movie she wanted to make. I wish it wasn't hacked to death in the editing room because, man, this movie is swift. That's not good. That's not a good thing. It was, oof. No bueno. But overall, it had a great trio in Carol Danvers, Monica, and Kamala. Like, they all did great. They were really great together. They worked great together. They were the highlight of the fucking movie. The villain was superbly forgettable. But it looked good for the most part, even though some shots looked a little sloppy. But overall, you know, I enjoyed myself. I think it's good. It's unfortunate that it got so panned and so just screwed at the box office. And it, yeah, like Dalton mentions, it came out right at the end of the strikes, man. It's just a real shame. Like, I wish they would have done more with the movie itself, and I wish, you know, it didn't suffer from being a product of the strikes, or rather a casualty of the strikes, I should say. So overall, quality-wise, personally, rewatchability, I'm gonna give it a B because I like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, even if I think the first movie she wasn't given all that much to do, or the directors didn't really get a good performance out of her, but she was still good with what she was handed. Like, the Russo brothers did more with her than what fucking the other two did in the first movie, and here she's good. Like, I think she's learned a little bit. She's still a little stern, and that's fine. But yeah, she was elevated by the other two. She was elevated by Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan. So I'm gonna go with a B. Like, it's not the best, but it's absolutely not the fucking worst. So I think it's a B, personally. All right, moving on. Next up, we're gonna do this as a twofer because honestly, like, I just fucking what if? Yeah, what if? Like, what if is fun. It's cool. Some of the episodes are more often than not, some of the episodes are way better than others. This is a fun concept, and I get where they're coming from, pulling it from Marvel Comics, like the what if concept, and that's cool. But as a show, my interest waned, and I think the quality of even the storytelling just dipped. But overall, like, it was fun, but forgettable. I'm going to go with a C. Yeah, C. And that's for both seasons 2 and 3. So, yeah. All right, next up, we've got Echo. I liked Echo. Short-lived, great cinematography, beautifully, eloquently, well-done tribute to the indigenous culture. Like, I just really liked Echo for what it was. I liked having fucking Kingpin show up. I liked that fight with Daredevil. That was cool. There's a lot of good stuff in Echo. I just wish they would have given it more. I wish we would have gotten more from it. And I it sucks that they were kind of cut off at the kneecaps and just dismantled before they could get a good finish out. So overall, though, I did enjoy it. So I would probably put it in A category. It is very good for what is there. It's short, but it's good. It's really good. Good enough to warrant an A, in my humble opinion. Okay, after Echo, I believe the next project is Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine. Le Deadpool, Le Wolverine, Le Gambit, Le Electra, Le Blade. Look, this is in my just like Loki. This is in my top 5 MCU, straight up. Like, it's actually my number 4. Let me double check here really quick. I think it's my number 4. Yes, it is my number 4, right in front of Loki. Loki's number 5, Deadpool Wolverine's number 4. So for my overall ranking of the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes: number 1, Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 2, Doctor Strange. Number 3, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Number 4, Deadpool and Wolverine. Number 5, Loki. So it goes without saying that, number 1, I finally got Hugh Jackman in a comic accurate fucking Wolverine costume. Number 2, I got to see Deadpool and Wolverine in a fucking movie. Number 3, I just bought this movie on Blu-ray yesterday. So I haven't bought a Marvel movie in fucking years, and I kind of needed to, because I kind of miss buying Marvel movies, but I'm running out of shelf space. Anyway, the monologue in the car is the best roast I've ever seen. Dalton, you and I are in simpatico, my friend. That is without question my favorite part in the whole fucking movie, because it is just too damn good. That whole chemistry between Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds is fucking top tier. These are top tier MCU characters. These are top tier comic book characters. This is a fucking top tier comic book movie. Straight up. S ranking. Kind of funny how all 2 of my 3 projects are fucking X-Men related. That's pretty funny. Anyway, moving right along. Next up on the docket is, of course, Agatha All Along. I did not expect to like this as much as I did. Then again, that could be attributed to the fact that this show came out at the perfect time and ended on Halloween. Oh, the day before Halloween, but still. Great character work. Great chemistry. Beautiful introduction to Billy Maximoff. Fucking Aubrey Plaza is death. My God. Oh. Ah. Yes. Dare I say it? I think Agatha All Along just found itself in S rank alongside the likes of Loki, Deadpool, Wolverine, X-Men. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it S rank. That's right. Falls into S rank. Agatha All Along was fucking beautiful. Especially that ending. That ending was fucking heart-wrenching. Oh my God. That was beautiful. All right, next up, we got, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Again, this is another show I did not expect to like that much. It started off, pretty slow. And the release model was interesting because they did it in story arcs, which I thought was really cool. The Lonnie Lincoln stuff was really well done. That was super fucking dope. Yeah, I really like this as a nice, refreshment of Spider-Man, even if it doesn't take place alongside the main timeline of the MCU, but it's a nice little alternate universe in the corner of the multiverse. We got Harry and Norman Osborn instead of an Iron Man. Well, Iron Man showed up for like 5 seconds, but still, this was a dope little refreshing reboot of Spider-Man in animated form. I'm going to put it in A only because I want to see where it goes. and there's still 2 more seasons to watch, but still, just overall, I had a fun time with it. My biggest gripe, though, is the animation wasn't that great. It could have been more fluid, but it just seemed really stiff in a lot of spots. So, yeah. That's my only gripe. The animation really was kind of a letdown, but the storytelling and character work was beautiful. Okay, next up, we have got Captain America, Brave New World. Well, what can I say about Captain America, Brave New World? I like Sam Wilson. I like Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson. That was good. That was fun. I liked Joaquin Torres, played by Danny Ramirez. He was great. You know, Harrison Ford did a really great job taking over for William Hurt, I think. I just think that the movie suffers from, number one, a really weak villain in the form of the leader. You know, we've got Tim Blake Nelson coming back to the role after like 16 years. And not only does he not really look like the leader, he's just really underutilized and really oversimplified in terms of his powers, which I was really disappointed by. Like, literally, you didn't have to go through all the trouble of like doing a certain fucking wavelength frequency to have him be mind controlling of people. That was really goofy and weird. You could have just had him be a telepath. Like, what the fuck? It was just really, really overthought some stuff. It was really overcooked and very just underutilized in a lot of ways. And I feel like there's a much better story here somewhere with these characters, but I don't know. Also, it's apparent that everything with Giancarlo Esposito's Sidewinder was stitched in, even though it was good. I still like, I kind of echo the sentiments of my buddy Chris from Marvel Alliance. Just like, that's cool, but I don't fucking care about the Serpent Society. Like, why should I care? They're just there as expositionary villains. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. So overall, like, it's not bad. It's not great. It's just good. I think I'm going to probably put it in C tier though, only because the leader look was just a fucking disappointment. Definitely. Okay. Daredevil, Born Again. I think some of y'all are going to hate me where I think I'm going to land with this one. I thought the ending was good, but the beginning was slow. Outside of the first 15 minutes and the first 15 minutes of episode 1, the last 5 minutes of episode 2, that whole chunk of time in between those 2 episodes really did not work all that well for me, even though I understand what they were going for. It's titled Born Again. They want Daredevil to like come out of his shell and fucking, you know, feel some regret for what happened with Foggy and like step away from being like, I get all that. And I don't know. I'm also really not too big on the whole Vanessa and Fisk going to fucking therapy only for the therapist to be Matt's girlfriend. And, you know, towards the end, she's kind of like, what do you mean? Wilson Fisk is the mayor. He's fine. And it's just like, oh, fuck, no, stop. Please. This is just so performative. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Muse dying like so quickly. It was just really like, it was good, but I feel like it could have been better. And I definitely think season 2 will be better. I just think that some of the seams show a little too much. I will say the rehaul is an improvement over what we probably would have gotten. So overall, I think I'm going to land with B. Yeah, it's right there with the Marvels. Like, season 1 was good, could have been better. That's my opinion. That's where I'm at with Daredevil Born Again. All right, last but not least, of course, we are the Thunderbolts. So, where am I going to put Thunderbolts? The only real problem I have with Thunderbolts is, well, Taskmaster had no business being in this movie. Outside of that, pretty much everything about this movie was phenomenal. Great pace, great story, great villain in the form of Val. Just an excellent movie, excellent character work, excellent character chemistry, excellent messages about, you know, mental health and depression, dealing with all of that stuff. Just and Sentry was really well done. I gotta say, guys, S. So of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 projects, 5 in S tier, 3 in A tier, 2 in B tier, 2 in C tier, 2 in D tier. I gotta say, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Phase 5's got more good in it than bad. But it's funny to me that a lot of people like to fucking look at the bad and they go, oh man, Marvel's cooked, Marvel's done. I'm just like, the fuck do you mean? What are you talking about? Like, what? Shut up. But seriously, like, more good than bad, in my humble opinion. And that's even if you consider a C tier bad, because I don't. I honestly think the D tier stuff is probably the worst of the worst. But, you know, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm ranking Marvel Phase 5. Let's see how many more movies we get now that those fucking tariffs are being enacted against Hollywood, though, right? The last little bit I'll add about this, okay, is the whole tariff bullshit with Hollywood and 100% on films not produced in the United States. Fucking bonehead, brainless move by our current sitting president. Just tell me you don't understand how movies are made without actually fucking saying it. Then again, this man has no clue how most things work because he's, you know, pushing 79 and he's fucking suffering from dementia. Probably worse than Joe Biden did. But I think it's a stupid idea. This is going to jack up ticket prices for movie theaters. This is going to jack up prices and budgets for movies. It's a fucking boneheaded idea. It's a dumb shit move played by Donald Trump. And I'm just like, you fucking moron. Good God. I don't know. I think it's a fucking awful idea. But, you know, here we are. Welcome to America. Here we are. Anyway. That's about it, guys. That's about all I've got for you all. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button. Do the thing. I would really appreciate it. You know, make sure you got that notification bell up. Check out my latest video, Avengers Doomsday, Who Will Show Up? In case you already haven't. It's about 48 minutes long. Goes through every character who was not announced or not given a chair and where they could or could not possibly pop up between Avengers Doomsday as well as Secret Wars. Would really appreciate it. Tell your friends about it. Follow me on the sock meds, the social medias, you know. Good night, Pookie. Thanks for telling me good night. I'll see you in a bit. You know, Vero Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, Unfiltered. You all know where to find me. But until then, stay safe. Have a great Mother's Day weekend. Be sure to buy your moms flowers and chocolates and all that fun shit. Stay safe. Take care. Goodbye. Fare thee, do thee well. Au revoir.